What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? This is going to be your review of the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 12 episode 14. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hope you like this video. Welcome to all my new subscribers. I thank you. I've got a little bump lately, and I thank you, and I welcome all of you guys. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this. This was supposed to be the big showdown, I guess, with Cynthia and Nene. We'll get there. So we start off with Nene's down at her boutique tags. Mr. Marlo comes through, and Nene lets Marlo know, said, look, I got a note from Cynthia. Cynthia reached out to me, basically thanked me for my cheese plate, and said, let's get together, meet me down to the wine cellar. So, of course, Marlo was happy. She's been wanting them to work things out. She said, let's go to dinner. We'll talk about it over dinner. We'll hash it all out over dinner. And Nene is basically saying, I really want to try to get things back in a good place with all of the ladies. So she's going to have this brunch. She said she's been doing this brunch for a while. It's the leopard animal print brunch, and everybody wears some sort of animal print, and they come together. And again, Marlo was like, I think that's a great idea. You're going to invite everybody, including Kenya. She's like, well, I guess so. I guess I'll invite everybody down to the place. So while this is going on, we have Kenya and Cynthia meeting up. And, of course, Cynthia is still pissed off at Kenya Kenya kind of throwing her under the bus with the cookie lady. And when they finally sat down to kind of talk, and that little Brooklyn is just as cute as a little button she can be. But anyway, as they got down there to talk, what we realized is Kenya absolutely threw Cynthia under the bus. She meant to throw Cynthia under the bus because she was pissed at Cynthia. Because she felt like Cynthia went back to Tanya and told Tanya what was being said without really letting her know what was going on. So it just sounded like a whole lot of petty tit for tat. I'm just not like that with my friends. I just don't do that. If you did something to piss me off, I'm gonna tell you, hey, I didn't appreciate it. I didn't think that was cool. But I'm not going to wait for the next opportunity to throw you under the bus. And then I just thought that was petty. Cynthia, I don't know. Anyway, I thought it was petty, but it is what it is. And Cynthia was like, well, I can own my part. Cynthia, you always owning something. Kenya threw you under the bus. What you owning? Because she was mad because you went to Tanya and told Tanya what was being said behind her back? Child, bye. Anyway, then they were talking about, she told her about Nene inviting her they were going to talk on it and down to the wine cellar. And then she was talking to Kenya about Mike. And she said, I found out, Mike really, he's never been faithful in any of his relationships. And how do you feel about it? And Kenya was like, well, normally I'd say once a cheater, always a cheater. She said, but I do feel like, I feel like Mike may be different. I feel like, that it may not be might be the end of the world. At the end of the day, there are people who cheat, and then there are people who, those same people can get in a relationship and be just as faithful. I think it's all about who you're with and what you're willing to trust. But you better keep your third eye on, Cynthia, because like she said, what makes you different? Anyway, so, we're getting ready for the big showdown, child. Nene heads on over to the wine cellar. Cynthia's on the phone with Eva, telling Eva, hey, it's about to go down. Nene on her way over here. We about to work this out. We're going to talk, whatever. Now, when Nene first got there and Cynthia and Nene were first talking, Cynthia was being real. I thought Cynthia was being a little rough. Nene was trying to talk and Cynthia was talking, and every time Nene would say something, Cynthia would throw one back at her. And don't get me wrong, I ain't saying I have a whole lot of sympathy for Nene either, but I felt like Cynthia was ready and on 10, and so I felt like whatever Nene was gonna say, Cynthia was just ready. You know what I'm saying? And Nene said that the comment about that I was a toxic friend really bothered her. And Cynthia was like, well, I said it, and I said it out of anger. She said, but you said some stuff that about me too. And Nene was like, but first of all the interviews I did were after you did your interviews and you said what you said about me. So whatever I said in retaliation. And two, I said that you were, what she's called, a naive or dumb or something like that. She said, but to say I was a toxic friend. She said, I just didn't, and Cynthia was like, well, can we just agree that we both said nasty things to each other? And Nene was like, but no, because what you said was worse than what I said. And I was just like, so then she said, well, can we just move on? Can we just, and Nene was like, no, we ain't going to just move on because I'm not going to take the full brunt of this. Like, I feel like you're not trying to take any accountability for what you did or what you said. So she said, Cynthia, people just don't know you like I know you. And I know there's a different side, and, you do stuff and then you let me take the blame for it. And I just do it because people are so quick to believe the worst about me, but they think that you so sweet. And I said, you know what? This is like the third or fourth time Nene done thrown that out there about Cynthia really being somebody different behind the scenes that we don't really know. And I'm thinking, you know what? What is it that you want to tell us, Nene? I feel like there is something you want to tell us, Nene. Go and let us know what Cynthia be doing behind the scenes, honey, because you're right. She has come out smelling like a rose, and you look like the bad guy. So whatever it is, let it go. Let it go, let it go. But anyway, I'm doing all this because it ain't really a whole lot to this, okay? Then Nene gets up. She gets upset. She walks out. At first I thought she was leaving, but I think she forgot her purse. So she couldn't really leave. So she was just kind of outside. And so Cynthia says, this is what we do. Nene gets upset. Nene runs like usual. And then I end up chasing after her like Forrest Gump. So I thought she wasn't going to do it, right? I thought she was going to sit her happy ass at that wine cellar and sip on her champagne until Nene brought her butt back in there. Because like I said, she didn't go nowhere. She was just outside. So she didn't leave because she left stuff and you knew she was coming back. Baby, Cynthia got up and ran after her. And then it was the Cynthia we were used to seeing. It was the, oh, Nene, I'm so sorry. Nene, I'm sorry. Okay, Nene, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I hurt you. I'm sorry, Nene. I'm sorry. So, Nene, please. Nene. I said, now, well, what the hell happened? Because 5 minutes ago, you were like, whatever. You said stuff and I said stuff. Oh, well. Whatever, Nene. Okay, Nene. Now it's, oh, Nene, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Nene. I'm so sorry. I said, what the fuck? So I don't know what all of that is. I don't know I don't know what all that is. But anyway, they agreed that they'll work on their relationship, and that even though, then they don't think neither one of them thinks they'll ever get back to where they were. They do want to be in a good place, and definitely be cordial when they see each other, and maybe work on a friendship. And so then Nene said, I really think this is a nice place. I'm very proud of you. Oh, that means so much coming from you, Nene. Thank you. I said, y'all are the craziest. They don't make no sense to me. Anyway, Nene's having her brunch. Marlo's getting ready for the brunch. Called up Portia. Portia was like, I ain't going to that brunch. She said Nene did not reach out to me herself, and I felt like her invitation was shady. And if you have a problem, because it was an animal print brunch, and so the invitation was playing off of animal words, and one of the things said something about there are a lot of liars instead of layers. Lair. Y'all know what I'm saying. And then Portia gonna say, well, I mean, she could have called me. Oh, well, no, I have her blocked. Well, I guess she could have done. No, I got her blocked there too. Well, I guess she couldn't have called me. And so I'm thinking, okay then, Portia, if she had no way of getting in contact with you short of knocking on your damn door, then her sending you an invitation was her reaching out. Just say you don't want to go. Anyway. So they pick up, so we see Cynthia picks up Eva. Eva is at, countdown for the baby coming, so she ain't supposed to be driving, child. And Cynthia has on snake print. Eva has this cute little top on. This cute little, I guess it's like a leopard print, but it's got like pink and yellow, and it was a cute top. They get to the restaurant, and Eva is having contractions, honey. Eva is upset. She's like, I don't want to go. So they call Dr. Jackie. Dr. Jackie tells her to get her tail to the hospital. She said, I don't want to go to the hospital. Dr. Jackie said, okay, well then let me walk you through how to deliver a baby. And they were like, yeah, no, that's not happening. So let's get you to the hospital. So Cynthia ends up leaving to get to get Eva to the hospital. Then, so Candy is there. You know, Candy has been on time this season. Y'all know they used to dog Candy out for being late. But this is like the third or fourth time Candy has been on time or early for something. I said, okay, Candy, I see you working on that stuff, girl. I see you trying to be a better you. So Candy was already there. Tanya shows up. Cynthia, like I said, Cynthia and Eva end up leaving. Kenya shows up because, what's her name? Nene actually invited Kenya. So Kenya shows up, and let me tell you something. Kenya did a me. Kenya showed up. It was already an hour late. The event was already supposed to start with the brunch. See, first of all, it wasn't supposed to be an event. It was supposed to be brunch with friends. So you already an hour late. Nobody knows where you are. You ain't called. You ain't text. You ain't say you got stuck in traffic. You ain't say Greg wanted a little something this morning. Whatever. Oh, no, I'm lying. Let me rewind all of that. Nene did text Candy and tell Candy, or call Candy and tell Candy she was 40 minutes out. Now, I'm telling a lie on that woman. Let me rewind and let me fix it. She did say she was running about an hour late. Okay. When Kenya got there, Kenya said, where's Nene? Mind you, but when Kenya got there, nobody was there but Tanya and Candy. Kenya rolled in and was like, so where's everybody? And she said, well, Cynthia and Eva had to go to the hospital, and, you know, Nene's running late. She's not here yet. Kenya said, oh. Now, remember, Kenya already ain't speaking to Tanya. Her and Tanya did the whole hey thing, but they ain't really rocking with each other. Candy was there. But see, if Cynthia had been there, I think Kenya might have stayed a little bit longer. But she looked around. She said, okay, well, I'm out. I don't have time for this. I'm not going to sit around here and wait on Nene Leakes. And she said, Candy was like, you serious? You really leaving? She said, yeah, I'm really leaving. See, she pulled to me. That's how I'm rolling. If it's somebody I don't even rock with like that, and you invite me to lunch, again, not an event or anything, we supposed to be having lunch, brunch, whatever, and I get there and you're an hour late, because I'm already late. I'm expecting that when I get there, y'all already got mimosas on the table, and nobody's there. Yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all next time. Now, if it's somebody I rock with, somebody I'm real cool with, that's another conversation. But I don't even rock with you like that. Nah, we good. I check. Let me know next time you do. So, finally, 2.5 hours later, Nene arrives. Let me tell you what I'm not doing. And I know that part of the reason why they hang around is because they are filming, and it's contractually obligated for them to sit there. Like last year when Candy, or the year before last, when Candy sat there and waited on Kim Zolciak's ass. See, no ma'am, not for 2 hours. No ma'am. Y'all can go and take that one out my check. I just had to take one for the team. 2 hours. Then Nene walks in there, no apology, no, y'all, I'm so sorry. A boulder fell out the sky and the whole the whole freeway was blocked. None of that. She just walks in like, hi, ladies. Hello, ladies. Hey, ladies. Then Candy was like, well, everybody, nobody, she's saying who left this and who left that. She said, so it's just us. She gonna say, no, it's not. I brought my ladies with me. And here walks in a whole group of people that none of them have ever met. And Nene went on to say, well, this is something I do regularly. This is like a group of entrepreneurs that we get together to rub elbows and exchange and network. And my thing is, so you have a whole black female entrepreneurial networking situation, and Candy's never been a part of it? Miss Black Entrepreneur of Atlanta, she's never been there, invited? Your good girlfriend Marlo, who's trying to start a wig business? Nothing. Well, we know about Portia. Cynthia? When y'all were cool, you said you've been doing this for a couple of years. Cynthia never? No? Okay. And all of them just happened to show up the same 2.5 hours late that you showed up. Nobody else got there early. So did you give them a different time that you gave your little entrepreneurial group? Did you give them a different start time? Like what? That's so random and crazy to me. And Candy don't know these people from a hole in the wall. Like, she doesn't. And so then Nene gonna make a little sly comment about something. I think I've invited you before. Candy was like, yeah, no, you didn't. Like, I would have remembered this. So now it's awkward because you're supposed to be trying to build a relationship and build your friendship back up with these ladies, but you've invited a whole bunch of strangers, and these might be nice women. I'm not talking about them on a personal level, but where did they come from? Like, where did they come from? So, of course it was awkward. So then Marlo said something about Portia not coming, and she invited Portia, but Portia felt, was feeling some kind of way, and, felt like maybe it wasn't sincere or what have you. So then Nene goes off on this whole rant about, well, I'm not going to kiss Portia's ass, and if Portia don't want to come, oh well, Portia don't have to come. And who's walking up the steps? Portia. And Tanya was like, look, Tanya did one of them numbers, one of those, she coming in the room, be quiet numbers. She was like, well, speak of the devil! Like, basically telling her, if you don't shut your mouth, because she's right behind you. So, Portia comes in, and Portia said, that her friends convinced her to come and say, look, if Nene is extending the olive branch, then at the least you can do is, take her up on it and just see where she's standing or whatever. But, of course, like I said, nothing really was accomplished with the brunch because, like, Kenya was like, Portia was like, I'm not getting ready to sit here and have a conversation with Nene in front of these people I don't know. Like, I don't know these women. We're not about to sit here and hash this out in front of them. Like, I'm not doing that. Then, they got information about, Eva. Eva is in the hospital, but she's not fully dilated yet. So they think that she's going to probably have the baby, within the next couple of days or whatever, but she's not fully dilated. And then Portia, who just had a baby, said, well, how many centimeters does she have to be dilated to have a baby? Now, I know you probably had a C-section, and that's fine. That's fine. But you still should know how many centimeters you have to be dilated because anything could have happened and you couldn't make it to the hospital to be... you know what I'm saying? Like, a C-section was probably what you wanted. I understand. But how do you not know? Hell, I know, and I ain't... never had a baby and don't plan to have one, but I know how many centimeters you got to be dilated. Well, at least I think I know. Isn't it 10? I said, Portia, every time I start trying to give you a little bit of credit, you just rip that shit from me. Anyway, that's where the whole thing ended. Like I said, y'all, I don't know what Nene thought I almost feel like that whole brunch was shade. Well, she was just throwing shade at the other girls to say, look, see, I have friends without you. I have a whole set of friends or a group of friends without you. I don't need you to be my friend. Like, that's how I feel. I feel like that's what that whole thing was. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in them comments. Peace.